So thank you again for doing the interview. It's much appreciated.
Our pleasure.
My first question would be, what were your personal reasons for wanting to get married?
I think to start a family. I mean, we felt coming together, just the two of us, was a family, and then we knew in the future we wanted to have children. So
yeah, I think we loved each other and wanted to spend more time together, and we knew that. We were already living together, so we were already kind of doing it. So it was more, I think, to start a family.
yeah.
Which actually brings me to my next question. So having kids was always part of the plan, or could you have imagined marriage without children, hypothetically speaking?
Yeah, I think we never take anything for granted, right? So I think you never knew, right? You don't know if you can have kids, right? There are people who can't.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we always understood that it was something we wanted, but you never took it for granted. So I think we were happy to be married if we couldn't have kids, but we both grew up in families. I think wanted to have families and have children, and so I think it's something we always wanted, but we never took it for granted.
Yeah, we would have been fine if we weren't able to have children.
Yeah.
But going into it, yes, we
We
planned.
might have thought of other things. We might have thought of adopting kids.
Yeah,
other
I
stuff.
think-
I think we would have tried what was out there to have children, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
to complete the family.
yes.
Oh, nice. Well, and now that you have three, beautiful children, obviously, how did they affect your relationship, or what kind of impact did they have on your relationship?
I would say they definitely brought us closer.
Yes.
Just from like the minute Harry was born, brought us to another level of, closeness and getting to know each other even better. It's funny, when we got married, we assumed we knew everything about each other, but then having a child brings out characteristics of yourself you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
And forces you into situations that are new, so you're challenged to kind of work as a team, and so I think teamwork has been key.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it's
Having
definitely
kids
not
is not easy. I think, and it's that having more challenges and harder things, and those first couple of days when you have a kid, and you don't sleep at all, and you're both exhausted. I think it does at the end bring you closer together. You go through some tougher times, but I think it brings you closer together.
Yeah, it's a new experience,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you, before getting married, did you discuss your expectations of marriage with each other?
Not really. I mean, I think one of the things that drew us to each other was we were always on the same page about a lot of things, and all aspects of our life were very similar. So I think we just always kind of knew that was what we wanted. And as he's mentioned before, we both come from strong families, and we have good role models with both of our parents that are still married, and so I think we just both knew it was something that we wanted.
And we did something with the church.
Oh yeah, we did the
pre-Cana
the
for the church, and that was good because you did it for a couple months before we did it probably 6 months before we were married, right?
Yeah, we had to go like
And then
5
we had
nights,
to go to some sessions,
like 5
and
sessions.
Okay.
they did some preparation stuff on what it's like to be married and talk about some of that stuff. So
And they made
it
us
was helpful.
I forgot about to ask each other questions, and it kind of did draw out some stuff that you wouldn't normally talk about in day-to-day conversation. And
Yeah.
luckily, everything we said we agreed upon, and
We're
there were
okay.
no red flags or anything over there.
Yeah.
That helped us.
But it was helpful.
Very nice. Yeah, we're actually talking about that, or learned about that in our class as well. So, yeah, thanks for pointing that
Yes.
out. And was it important to you to find a spouse that also shares the same beliefs as you?
For me, yes, it is. We actually talked about this. Like, if we had met and had a different belief system, would it have been as easy to come together? I don't know. I mean, because that was one thing that we just didn't have to worry about. We had the same beliefs. We both went to Catholic schools. We went, grew up going to church. Religion was just a part of our lives, so it made it very easy when we did come together and start our family that we didn't have to really think about it. Just religion's just always been there.
And again, it probably made it easier, but we have the same value system, but it doesn't mean that you have to be the same belief or the same religion to come there, right? I think people with different religions have that same value system, so that's what you're kind of looking for more than the religion itself. It just, I think, was convenient that we were kind of the same. We're convenient that it was the same, but I think that's just more like thinking about the value system. So I don't think if there was, I always say that if it's a different religion, but we had the same underlying beliefs, and the way to treat people and live your life and morals, then that's what's important. It doesn't really matter what religion.
The actual belief. Yeah.
And would you say, you've been married for 5 years now?
Yes.
Right? Would you say there is an ingredient for a good, long-lasting marriage? Or what's really important, would you say, the most important thing in a marriage?
Communication.
Yeah, just talking. Like, you
Yeah.
know, why the other one's frustrated, or, you know, making sure that you communicate what you want, right?
Mhm.
Where you do things.
Yeah, so there's no false expectations
Yeah.
or, you know, no one's feelings are getting hurt. It's just completely open about it.
Also, for one of our assignments for the Christian marriage class, we had to read an article that talked about the importance of being active together, doing things together, and how much this helps to strengthen a relationship. Would you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very much so.
Definitely.
And even now with having the children, would you say you still have time to do things together?
Yeah, we definitely make it a priority.
Yeah,
to
we
do
think it's
things
important
together.
to try
yeah.
and
Yeah.
go out at nights when we can, or you know, do stuff together, just the two of us. I think it's very important. Very important. Hard to do, right?
Yeah.
But even at night, like when the kids don't go to bed.
Yeah, that's
we
why
kind of-
we have the strict bedtime. The kids go to bed, so we have a little bit of time each day to kind of unwind together without the kids and kind of just regroup, talk about our days. And
I think that's the most important piece for us for a schedule. Like, you know, we have some people like my sister keeps her kids up. Oh, he's on camera. Until like 11 o'clock at night, they'll go to bed together. It's like we get them to bed, so we have some time just to talk. And
yeah, because a lot of times like we'll
Yeah.
eat dinner together after the kids go to bed, and it's just nice to kind of unwind a little bit.
To have
So.
that time. Now,
Yeah.
of course, we've all been there. There are usually always some rough patches down the road in any relationship, really. How do you deal with overcoming problems in your marriage?
Talking through it,
Talking through it.
you know.
Talking through it.
I mean, we've been very lucky. We haven't had any major issues, you know, so far. But there are small things. It's funny. It's like dealing with each other's families, you know, stuff like that sometimes. And it's usually just kind of talking through it and figuring out what's the best.
Yeah, I think we agree on most things. We again not only similar values but similar wants and needs. So we agree on most things. We don't fight a lot of things. And I think we talk through it and let you know if we were frustrated, why, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's just talking through it is the key part, and giving it time at times too, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not,
Sometimes you
you
need
need some space and time.
So it comes down to communication.
Yeah, it comes to communication and patience.
Yeah,
You know,
patience.
patience, right? Things aren't resolved right away sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. And is there anything your spouse could do that you would deem as unforgivable?
Lying. Probably.
Lying's bad, cheating.
Well, obviously lying, cheating, cheating. But lie, like that line kind of covers all of that. Like, you know, if there was, breaking any of the vows would be bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a pretty open relationship, so lying would be hiding anything from each other would be
A deal breaker.
pretty unforgivable, I think. So.
Well, lastly, do you think it's possible to be in love with someone for an eternity?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
And that's where maybe like we're unique in some sense. I mean, for both of us, this was our only real relationship. You know, I was pretty young when I met him, and we've been together a long time.
I was old.
You weren't that old. But yeah, we've been together 10 years that we've known each other. So
Yeah, we've been together 10 years, 5 years.
yeah, 5 years married. So
Jerry's my first girlfriend, my only girlfriend.
yeah, exactly. So he was my first.
So I don't know anything different.
Yeah, we don't know anything different.
I don't know anything different.
We're
so
happy.
so it's funny you asked me to imagine eternity. I couldn't imagine it not being eternity. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you.
Very nice.